Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Second live today. Whoa, what's going on? I know this is crazy, but I'm trying to finish these headlights for DSM. Earlier today, we got my brackets mounted inside of the housings here. This is essentially the most difficult part of doing this retrofit build. So now we gotta mount the projectors. Now, if you were here earlier, you will know that I ran out of these plastic spacers that I use inside of here, and that's why I didn't finish them sooner. But I've ran to the store and I picked up what I needed. So that means that we can do this thing, baby. So we need some of these washers. We need our little nylon insert tub, and we need a projector. We need some bolts. We need a lot of different stuff here. Get some bolts going, get some washers. I think I already mentioned the washers, but yeah. Let me get a couple tools and then we'll be back. So hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, that would suck. But let's just do this thing. Yo, what's up, dude? Or gal, I guess. Probably not, but who knows? I'm doing well. Just building some headlights. Hello. Yo. Yep, I'm just building some headlights for 95 to 99 Mitsubishi Eclipse. I modify them, put some projectors in them, modernize them, make them look cool, and then ship them out. So if you need headlights, hit me up. But let's get these mounted in here. Oof. Dang it. I bought the wrong ones of these little clips, or these little washers, so I'm gonna have to drill through them to make the holes a little bit bigger. Yes, sir. I gotta find my drill. So unfortunately, I bought these little nylon inserts, but they're too small. I misremembered the size that I need. So I gotta drill through these. It's like just barely too small. So we're gonna drill through them. Hopefully they don't crush too easily. That's a problem. Problem with drilling plastic. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. The problem with trying to drill through plastic is there's no way to hold it because it's so small. And this sucks. But we will try to figure something out here. Almost like I'm better off just melting through it. Like halfway through this one. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. This is not a good idea. Dang it. Well, that sucks. Maybe I'll just run these in just like this. I'll just run the bolts through. Probably better off that way than trying to drill them. Hello. So what I do is I just make cool stuff for cars. That's my thing, I guess. I've been working on a lot of headlights lately, but that's not the only thing. What's up, VRT Auto? Yes, sir, I'm on right now. I gotta finish these headlights. So yeah, I'm just gonna run these into these plastic washers. The issue that I'm having is I ran out of these spacers that I use, so I went and bought more, but I accidentally bought some that are too thin for to put the bolt through. They're like barely too thin, like you could thread the bolt into them. So what I'm gonna do is just thread them on here, but I just remembered that I forgot to put a washer on this one, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so I don't know. This is kind of tedious and it sucks. I wish I had the right ones because this just makes this so much worse. So much more of a pain in the butt. What's everyone up to here? Man, this is ridiculous. Wish I didn't have to do this. Especially not with this tiny little Allen key that I have. Right now my job is to watch my kid. So I do this nights and whenever I have some free time. This is what I love doing, so it's what I ended up kind of trying to do. So, we'll see what happens with this. But for right now, it's literally my only option is this, so I don't mind it. What's your job? I mean, these headlights, they actually pay pretty decent as long as you've got some good ideas and you know what you're doing. These headlights are $800 each set that I sell. They're pretty cool. I don't know. There's the reason that I make these for this specific car, the 97, 98, 99 Mitsubishi Eclipse, is because there's literally nothing out there that's better than this. All the aftermarket options are junk. All the retrofit options are pricey. So that's where I step in. These are $800 for this single. So let me show you. So this is a new headlight that I buy. This comes in just like this, buy this. And then what I'm building right now ends up looking like this. So there's a projector in there. The light output is, way better than the factory. Halogen bulbs. It looks a lot more modern. It looks a lot more cool, and it actually looks like it could have come like that from the factory. That's my main thing. Is I like making things look like they are original. So that's why I designed these. That's why I built these. I originally built this for my own 97, 99. It was like a 98 Mitsubishi Eclipse. And then I started selling them. But the cool thing, the coolest headlights that I build for these is actually this right here. So this is, this is that black piece that goes inside of it. This is obviously modified. I'm trying to build this insert right now I'm going to try to make it out of carbon fiber. But you basically cut out the stuff that you don't need, and then you slide this insert on. And then, let me see if then basically with this, you can run Acura dual projectors. So there's like 5 projectors in a row that fill in that hole, and this is like the cream of the crop for the DSM. This is the coolest thing you can get headlights wise for the Mitsubishi Eclipse, and I'm currently developing a way to make that much easier to produce than it has been in the past, because in the past I have spent the first set that I built for my car, I probably spent 60 hours on it, just cutting shreds of like little slivers of plastic, making essentially a whole new back of the headlight for it, and you know, being able to mount the Acura Jewel projector in there, and it was just a big pain in the butt. But since then, I've designed this piece right here in you know, CAD software, and this I don't know what pasta means, but this piece right here, yeah, you just cut the back of the DSM headlight off. You put this on. It's got pre-made holes that you just rivet through. You rivet this onto the back of the headlight, and then boom, you can mount the Jewel projectors in there. Everything fits fine. There's no issues. As fine as it can. I mean, this is, you know, obviously this isn't meant to work together, so you do have to do a lot of trimming on the projectors. There's a lot of little things that you have to do to make it work. But this seals it up very nice, and then you actually have a spot on the back to mount the Acura OEM driver for the Jewels back here, and it fits, you know, it fits perfect. Everything plugs in. There's no issues there. So this helped me save like so much time when building these Jewels. But the one thing that I haven't done is this insert, and so that's what I'm working on now. I'm going to try to build it out of carbon. I think carbon fiber would be cool, and carbon fiber, I wouldn't have to paint anything. I wouldn't have to Bondo anything. I just make the mold, make the carbon fiber part, cut this out, stick that in, swap out the back of the headlight with this, stick the projectors in there, and then boom, assemble, you're done. That's what I want to get to, because I just hate the tedious work of the way that I was doing this before. Is I was cutting plastic and making it fit, then trimming, whatever, plastic weld, Bondo, all this stuff, and it was just a pain in the butt. Oh, that's crazy that you like that. Is honestly, dude, the headlights on the Eclipse, that on the old Eclipse, I don't know. Those are the least one. Those are my least favorite out of all the headlights that I've made. I just don't like they don't look as OEM as, you know, the single projector fit retrofit. And honestly, I feel like the Jewels even looked like they could have come OEM, but these, the ones that were on Luna, the Eclipse now, those are obviously not original, and it just, I don't know what it is about the original, you know, headlights, the original look, the OEM look, that I just love it. So yeah, I know I'm just weird, but I'm gonna continue getting this done because I forgot about this altogether. Yeah, but they do look cool. Like, they're, you know, I don't know. I'm just really big on OEM plus. I've been trying to figure out a way to get some Jewels back on the Eclipse, man. Those, like, that car with the American flag hood, with the bronze wheels that I had on it, with the Jewels, man, that I loved that look. Definitely my favorite that I had with that car. Hey man, if you help me develop this, like, build this model. I'm gonna scan it tonight. I'm done playing games with that. I'm gonna scan this after I get off of this live. But let's build this model. Let's make these molds, and if I can make this out of carbon fiber, if I can make these inserts, and it's as easy to assemble these as I think it should be, let's put these on the Eclipse. American flag hood, though, we're gonna have to make a replica because I can't get rid of that just yet. Hell yeah, we're gonna have to meet up sometime. I'm gonna have to buy a car in Florida. Wait, come on, what? You want the hood? I love that freaking hood, man. It's my only piece left of the car. And it up close it's a little rough. So that's why I switched it out, and honestly, even though the new hood is nice and painted and white and whatever, there's just something about the look of the American hood, and I don't know, just something about it. I love that. Hey, what part of Florida are you in again? By the way, that's my brother, VRT Auto, so just so you know. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to just build headlights down here, but honestly, I just love like creating new parts and creating new designs. So like things get old really fast to me, and it's like if I'm not learning something, if I'm not expanding my knowledge, then I get bored and I just want to do something else. So that's why I got to make this YouTube shit happen, so I can just do whatever the hell I want, man. That'd be cool. I will 100% visit the eclipse one day. We go to Florida quite often, so we'll make something happen. Okay, what? Shit, I'm down. Maybe I think you're cute. I don't know. I just got... That's my concentration face. I'm focused on getting this bolt in here. These stupid inserts that I bought that are too small. All right. can stick this in now. Better question is, why are you looking at me looking at you like that? Yeah, I don't know who that is either. Just somebody who I think is cute, apparently. Oh, Jesus. This takes forever with this stupid Allen key. So, sorry about the long, crazy amount of time that this is taking, because it usually is much quicker, but I don't have the right tool for the job right now. But for anybody new, I guess I'll explain again. I am building some custom headlights for Mitsubishi Eclipse 97 to 99. I build headlights for different cars, build custom stuff. If you are interested in having some headlights built, hit me up. If you're interested in having some headlights built for $200, don't hit me up. This takes a while. It requires, the only reason that I'm doing these and these are so easy for me is because I've done so many of these and I know exactly what to do, and I've developed the brackets and I have everything, designed, and so it's just a matter of doing the work. But for cars that I haven't done yet, obviously it's a little bit more tricky than that. So if you're interested, hit me up. It won't be cheap. I am in the US of A. Is that, where are you at? I guess is the next question. The car I made. Check out the channel. Look at some of the stuff I've done. You could look at Objective Garage. There's also my old channel, IT Performance, which has crappy videos because I didn't know how to make videos back then, and I'm still kind of learning now. But if you're interested in the cars I had, you can see them there. I've had plenty of cars. I think I tried to count it up one day and it was like over 30, and I'm 28. So yeah, okay. There's the projector. mounted in the housing. Everything is nice, secure, no motion, no movements. It's good to go. So, the last thing that we need to do, well, I guess let's mount this one and then we'll talk about the next step. But before, dude, those videos were horrible. Like if you talk objectively in terms of the quality of the video content, like the content might be okay if you can gather it from the editing skills, but like the videos were bad. So it's all right. See you. I'm not gonna be on tomorrow, but Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I think, is the goal for now. So Monday I'm on later on in the evening, like around this time. Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm usually on around noon. So peace. Have a good day. Make sure you subscribe. But I gotta run up and I gotta grab more projectors that came in the mail. So I'll be right back in just a second. All right. Sorry. Hello. I'm back. Oh. Just bad boy. Hell yeah. Thank you, dude. All right. More projectors to mount. So let's go. Oh, forgot about the whole freaking thing with these stupid little washers that I bought. So I guess we can talk. Oh, all right. Continuing on. That's cool, dude. All right. So, if you're new here, I accidentally bought spacers that are too small, so now I have to thread the bolts in instead of just being able to slide them in. So, I am probably gonna take 10 minutes just to be able to get all these bolts in here. So bear with me here, okay? This wasn't the plan. All right. Are you the same dude that was in here last time? Nice. What do you do? Why are you in here so often? What do you got going on in your life that you're able to be here? Dude, I don't know. There's some dude in here. I don't know what's happening. All I know is I'm getting these projectors installed. But you said you're not in America. You said you didn't speak English last time, dude. Yo, I got no idea what the hell is going on with this dude, but hey, whatever. La 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 la. I'm just minding my own business over here. You guys. No. I'm building headlights for cars. So unless the battle is front end collisions, then no. I just build headlights and stuff. Just custom stuff for cars is what I do. So I don't know which robot's gonna win, but I'm gonna put my money on the one with more projectors. Hell yeah. I guess this is a very tedious part of this build. I didn't realize that this took so long. All right. I can DJ some SoundCloud. That's about the only DJ I can get. Some DJ Fluso up in here. All right, guys, we're almost there. Sorry that this is taking so long. This is just a very tedious part of the retrofit build. Just something you got to do, I guess.
Have you ever noticed how it's razor thin? Every pole feels split again, like the whole damn nation cut in half. But it's always balanced on the edge of a pin. Externally balanced, chaos internalized. If you ask a question, you're instantly penalized. 50-50 every round. Half of us lost, half of us drowned. And these fucking red clouds get crowned. So I'm staring at this pattern thinking, why's it always this?
I have no idea about no dome. I think that they're wanting to redo the stadium, if that's what you're talking about. But I don't know nothing about it. I'm not much of a sports guy. Music is music that I make. It's AI bullcrap. But it gives me something that I can play. No. No GTA. No games. Just work for this guy.
What if it's not left versus right? What if it's north versus side? What if it's them and us? Not red and blue, just dust and dust.
It sounds pretty decent. Like, I don't have a car with a crazy sound system, but it sounds pretty good in cars. If you want to look it up, I'll put it in the comment section. Give me a second. Logic tells me they lying, but we the people just keep sighing. Why does that simple things get treated like disobedience? Why do we the people not have shit, but our national debt just keeps taking a hit? We police each other quick, snitch for clout and post the script. If someone steps outside the frame, first to label them sick. How this hell is high this fast? SoundCloud, download the app, old ass.
We just let them get away with it once. What if the canyon between us isn't as big as it seems? What if it's just magnified by a glowing machine? Off the feed, face to face, we might not be so split into teams. Humankind is being torn at its seams. Maybe they didn't control. Maybe we built on our own.
Yeah, SoundCloud.
Feels like bad. Hand them all the power every hour that we shout at each other instead of asking what's really moving.
Just don't have the time. I learned something crazy about these Fortnite type games. I think the extra button in the DSM, I don't think it goes to anything. If I remember correctly, I had it go to the headlights, but then I ended up switching the wiring or whatever, and I went and put it back to the headlight switch. So it just does nothing. Yeah, you could definitely put the sound system on it. That's actually a good idea because, yeah, the wires for the sound system are right there. You can put either the fuel pump or the sound system on it. You are going to have to run another wire from the center console to the trunk, either to the fuel pump or to the fuel pump relay, or to the sound system, to the amp, like the remote on the amp. But it shouldn't be too bad. Just it's like pop the rear seat out, stick the wire underneath the carpet up into the center console, and then it's right there in the trunk.
minds lose their appetite. Picture surface, smiles wide, handshakes frozen, eyes got that spark. Later everybody shocked like they forgot they were marked with the mark. I'm not saying guilt, I'm saying it's strange how gravity bends around powerful names. When regular people fall, they fall fast. When it's higher up, it stalls and stalls. Maybe it's clean, maybe it's tight, maybe it just looks different in a different light. You won't catch me with a smile next to somebody so vile. Hard to believe they didn't know, but maybe I'm alone. It's weird, right? How the files feel heavy but light, like something's there, never in sight. It's weird, right? How the trail runs cold when it gets too close to money and gold. Why so much black ink on the page? Or paragraphs just fade to gray. If it's nothing there, I strip it away. I'm not asking for aliens, not asking for myths, just asking why transparency comes in fragments.
So the reason that I said that it's either the fuel pump or the sound system is there's one wire that comes out of that button, obviously, and it goes into the trunk, and then it splits into the sound system and the relay, so the fuel pump relay. So it really doesn't matter which one. You just have to take that split apart and then just run, a section of wire from the relay or the amp back to the button. So that's why it really doesn't matter which one you do. It'll be the same thing essentially in the end. Yeah. So really nothing to worry about in terms of that. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Projectors are mounted. Now we can finally make the cuts that we need on these bezels to be able to actually mount them in here. So that's a little bit of a tedious process, and actually what I decided is I'm going to do it once the tedious way, because that's the only way to do it if you don't have a setup for it. But I'm gonna just make a jig so that I don't have to keep going through this process, so I can just stick it in, mark it, cut it off, and it's done. I can't believe that I haven't done that yet. I don't know why I wouldn't. So that being said, let's go ahead and get this into here. The first thing that you need to do if you're going to use an E46 style shroud is this hole inside actually needs to be bore out, because right now it's too small and the projector doesn't quite fit inside, and that makes it very hard to mount in any way that would make me feel like it's not going to just fall off. So what I do is I go in here with one of these round sandpaper bits. Let me pull it out and I'll show you. So I got this big old sandpapery round thing. And what I do is I just go inside here and I just bore it out a little bit just to make it so that this can slide over the projector. How did I do this last time? I think I did it like this. Gonna need more than that. And these chrome pieces too, by the way, if you touch them too much, the chrome will leave the building and you're gonna be stuck with like a plastic looking part. So try to touch as little as possible on the chrome in the spots that you need it to be chrome. I'm going to be cutting the top and the bottom off anyway, so I don't really care about, you know, the finish on them. I do these, I just try to make it equal pressure all the way around. That way, you know, I don't... Getting close, but still needs more. No, I don't trust that. A little bit more. See how that fits on there perfectly? Obviously this is backwards, but the way that that fits is what it should be, where it's not moving, it's nice and snug. That will position this shroud perfectly, and when I end up zip tying it, it's not gonna like make it wobble all weird, and it's gonna be dope. These projectors are not honeycombed. I can get them. I have the etching stuff. And I have the vinyl cutter, so I can etch basically anything. I believe it's just a matter of taping it off essentially with like a sticker, and then you can etch anything you want into it. So if you want to etch something cool into the Jewel headlights that we will be building for the Eclipse, you should think about what you want on there. But I'm going to try to mark it like this. I'm going to see if I can get a decent mark on there like this, and we will see if that will work. But usually it's just a matter of cutting and trial and error, basically. But I want to try something new, I guess, this time. I'm going to try to cut that off straight, and we'll see how that fits. No, that's not too bad. All right, well, that wasn't too bad. Simple as that. We can do it. We can certainly make that happen. I just have to. It's literally a piece of cake. We'll talk. We'll figure something out, dude. Okay. Well, that was so easy that I might not even have to make this jig. I might just do it. The way I did it before wasn't that easy, and this was just awesome. So let's continue on. If you ever want like the logo, the files, I trust you. You can do whatever you want with them. Just let me know. I'll email them over. I can even email like the old Dub Club logo file and ITP, whatever you want. Just let me know what you want. Dude, that was rough, man. That was a rough time. But I appreciate that you like my stuff that much. I don't, like I said, like, I don't understand why, but I appreciate it. So thank you. All right, let's cut this one up. We'll see how this goes. This is going very smooth so far, though. These usually take me like way longer than this, just because I don't want to cut too much off, and I end up cutting, test fitting, cutting, test fitting, cutting, test fitting until it fits, you know, as perfect as I can get it. Kind of feel like I just unlocked a new The problem with these is that some of these are different than others. That other one I didn't have to cut the bottom off of. This one I do. And it doesn't make no sense to me, but it is what it is, I guess. See how they can same thing. Ah, whatever. I'm just gonna cut the bottom off. I'm not playing no games with this. Should probably wear my safety glasses instead of my safety squints. Let's go. I'm gonna go hit the belt sander real quick. Hey yo. just makes no sense. I hate that these, even like you buy the same exact ones, you buy the same exact BMW E46 shrouds, and they come in, they're different. That makes no sense to me, but you know, it is what it is. If anybody in here is wondering what I am doing, let me know. I'll answer that. Again, I just don't want to keep repeating it if there's nobody new in here. So, but there we go. That's another one done. So now, well, not done, but done. Now I just have to zip tie these in and just reassemble the backs of these, put all the brackets back on there, and it'll be the end. I mean, this is it. So I'm gonna knock 2 more of these out real quick, and then, well, actually, I think this is gonna be it because it is getting late, and I'll knock these out after I get off. I just have to modify these 2, and then essentially the other 2 headlights will also be complete. I would just have to get the right nylon little inserts, and we'll assemble everything up, and I'll be sending these out this week. So if you ordered a set of headlights, your order is going to be most likely shipped out within the week. For the guy that ordered the jewels, I'm sure he won't see this. I'm sure I'm going to have to send him a message separately. But I wanted to ask if it's cool with you if I make this insert out of carbon fiber. I think it wouldn't be, the worst idea in the world to make this green part out of carbon. The black part will be black, or the blue part will be black, and that will be the end of that. So I have to talk with the guy still, see if he's cool with that. If not, I'm probably gonna still make it out of carbon and then just paint it black, or I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. It's been nice. It's nice seeing some people that I actually know in here, and it's a little strange with the guy that doesn't make no sense. Anyways, thank you guys. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. Peace. This, by the way, has been Objective Garage. My name is Taras. Thank you for watching. See ya.